So Katie, what's up? How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
It's going pretty good. Awesome. Well, so how do you like this trip so far?
It's been really great. It's definitely been pretty eye-opening, but.
And of course, this is day 3 of the trip. So this is awesome. Well, how has God impacted you over this trip?
Well, there's definitely been a lot of lessons, a lot of like awkward moments, and a lot of cool things going on. We were doing the prayer team on Monday, and we got to get a lot of cool experiences in that, and like it was really nice. And I've been on kids team 1. That's been really fun. And so
what's one experience that you've had like with the kids that you want to share?
They really didn't want us to leave today. Like there was one little kid, Joshua, who like attached himself to Kelsey's leg and like wouldn't let go until some other kid like peeled him off.
Nice.
And they've just been really great and really energetic, and we've had some interesting things going on site, but we've had a lot of fun, and it's been great.
Nice. Well, what do you think about the worship and the sermons and everything?
I've really enjoyed them. They've been pretty fun, pretty good. It's the first time I've done something like this, so it's nice to be able to get that like pretty much every night.
And do you feel like God's calling you to change your life whenever you go back home, or?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Like just through hearing the sermons and just seeing like all the different things I've been able to see this week and experience. I mean, just being Wednesday, it's definitely, I need to change this. I need to appreciate a lot more of what I have, because I live in a safe area of like nothing really happens in my area, and it's like first day on site there's some guy running getting chased by like 8 police people in a K-9 unit.
Wow.
And it's like I need to be more appreciative of the fact that I just have a safe place to stay.
Exactly. Well, okay, so if you were to watch this movie or to watch this again 20 years from now, what is one thing you would want to remember?
Jacinta. I was on prayer team with Rachel and Austin, and we were walking around Columbiana, and we walked into Dillard's, and there was this lady giving away like perfume samples, and she gave us some, and then we told her what we were doing, and she was really cool, and like talked about Krispy Kreme donuts being like God's love, and like just said really wacky things that just like made sense somehow. It was really fun. It was really cool. And
awesome.
It was really nice.
Awesome. Krispy Kreme donuts, yeah. Well, hey, Katie, we're gonna roll out. Thanks for talking to me. Okay. Hey, McKenna, what's up?
Hi, not much. Just finished dinner.
Nice. Well, so how do you like this trip so far?
It is awesome. I'm having so much fun, and I don't want the week to end.
Awesome. Well, how do you think God's impacted you on this trip, and how?
Yeah, definitely. Yes. I mean, I think this trip has been all about serving, and in the sermons and in the ministries, you've just kind of learned to step down that level and just really work for God and serve others and God, and putting yourself second instead of first.
Do you feel like God's called you to change your life back at home?
Yeah, I think the main thing, just kind of when I go back home, just kind of be more aware of other people and kind of how, not always look, from my point of view, being from others, and kind of just be more aware of other people and kind of help them out. I am at the elderly site, so the old people. So I'm in the dementia room.
How's that working for you?
It's great. They're so nice. Yeah, they're really great.
Are you able to talk to them a lot? Is it out of your comfort zone? Or?
Oh no, definitely not. I mean, they're really open to talk. Well, most of them are open to talking.
Nice.
But I think a lot of them, because they're older, I think a lot of them are just lonely and they just want someone to talk to. So.
What do you feel about missions in general?
I think it's definitely something that we should do, because not only we can grow in our faith with God, but it also, obviously it helps other people that we're serving, but it also impacts our life so much more too. And it just benefits, both people, and you just really connect with others and God.
Awesome. Well, if you were to watch this 20 years from now, what is one thing you want to remember about this trip?
I think I've done other missions before, but I've never I've never gone out into the community. And like today, I was handing out flowers to people, to retail workers, and 2 days ago, we're asking prayer requests on the mall. And I've never gone out into the community, just randomly and spoken to strangers, and I think that's really neat about this trip.
Awesome.
That's something I'll probably always remember.
Well, awesome, McKenna. Thanks for talking with me.
No problem.
So what's up, Maddy? How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
You feel like God's been impacting you all over this trip?
Most definitely. Filled me back up. I kind of went through a little downhill slide.
Nice.
Come back up and it's definitely filled me up and seen them move in other people's lives and in my own. It's pretty awesome.
Awesome. Well, what side are you at?
I'm at the homeless site.
I'm sure it's been pretty hard down there, right?
Yeah, it's been a little tough. A couple of people we talked to was a little skeptical on things we had to say, but it was still an interesting experience, and I'd probably never forget that. So.
Yeah, and it's been really bold. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's awesome. Well, what do you think about the worship and the sermon and stuff?
It's been awesome. I've been at a low point with that. I haven't been to worship or service in a while, and so coming to this tonight was just an amazing experience. So.
Fortunately, I recorded the other two, so
Awesome.
I got all of them. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
So, so what was like your first thought? Because you came in like what, Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
So coming into the hotel, what was your first thought?
Well, I was like, I honestly, it's wondering if it's gonna be like last year. But then I walked in and I saw everybody and I was like, I only know half of you guys, and do
Yep.
I really know you? Probably not. So it was an interesting thing to see, like that I mean I just graduated and I'm still part of the ministry, but the fact that I wasn't as big of a part was kind of weird, but interesting at the same time and kind of cool. And then the fact that in the last less than 24 hours, I've seen that all these young women and men have stood up and taken their leadership roles, and it's pretty cool to see all of them grow. And so.
Well, have you felt like God's like called you to change any part of your life because of this trip, or?
Not necessarily. I think it's just really cool to like sit here and see the experiences people are going through. It's really similar to what happened last year. It's that this year I have become a little more bold and like talking to other people. Last year I was just kind of like a follower and a listener and a watcher. But this year I was able to take action and just like go for it. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was just like, why not?
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, is there anything you wanted to tell someone like back at home about this trip?
If you ever get a chance like this, don't pass it up, no matter what.
If you watch this 20 years from now, what is one thing you want to remember about this trip?
Probably seeing all these students grow so much.
Awesome.
I mean, looking at these rising sophomores like Nan and rising juniors like Miranda Mason and Rita Godfrey and Allie Wigloski, like all of them just growing into their leadership positions, and I'm like, y'all are going to be great. It's just, God's
Awesome.
going to do so well with y'all.
Well, Maddy, we'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
All right, take care. And Nan, how's it going?
Good.
It's a little after 11 at night, so I guess that's cool. Well, how has God impacted you on this trip?
I've seen like a lot of people that I wouldn't expect to have like found God, that have actually found God, and we've just gotten closer to a lot of people, especially at Helping Hands.
What do you think about the worship and the sermon in general?
I think they're really good. I like them a lot.
Really good. What do you like
They're
about it?
really relatable.
What do you like about it?
I just like how he's like really real. Like
real.
he just gets straight to it.
Just living dead zombie with spiritual zombies.
Yep, zombies, very real. But it was good. It was
And
good.
it's interesting.
It is interesting.
Interesting, yeah. Living dead is like, hey, that's interesting, yeah. Awesome. Well, anything you want to talk about on camera that, like, maybe someone back at home, you want to describe this trip to them? How would you want to describe it? Like, awesome.
I would tell them that it was just like really moving, and it was a really good experience for me to get out here and serve people that I never would have done like at my home if I hadn't come here.
Nice. Any words of encouragement?
I just tell people to come on this trip. Like even if they don't want to, they're not coming to get closer to God, then just to come, or they're just coming with their friends, just to come anyway. It's amazing, and they will get closer to God even if they're not trying to.
Okay, let's say you're 34 years old. 35 years old. 20 years from now, you're going to see this movie, if it's made, I'm hoping it will be made, You're going to see this testimony, and you're going to think, okay, well, what was one thing I remember most about the trip?
I just want to remember how people who didn't have God before this trip came close to Him. Like, just see that again.
And any kind of encouragement through like future struggles?
Just like hold on, because God will take me through it.
Man, what's up? How's it going?
I'm good.
How has God impacted you on this trip?
Well, I have grown up in the church and I've always been really lovely, so I guess God just showed me how people who don't really have God, they still need to have God, and that you can always grow farther in your faith.
Awesome. And you're at the homeless site?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. There's 4 different sites. We got the kids ministry, 1 and 2, 1 at Reserve, 1 at Manor. Then we have 1 in Helping Hands, and then which is the elder, adult daycare, and then we have the homeless ministry at Fenway Park, which is working with who?
Zach and Hillary.
Awesome. Yeah, those are leaders. But Oscar's keeping it real ministries, so that's awesome. Well, cool. Well, what have you thought about the worship in general, like the worship and sermons?
Like James said, it's very real, and worship's really good. It really
Awesome.
gets you into the worship of Christ.
There you go. Okay, well, let's say you're 34 years old. You want to remember something about this trip, but you don't know what. And you're going through this testimony, you don't know what to remember. So what is one thing you want to remember about this trip, personally, for you?
I want to remember that I had this undying fire for God, working for Him and sharing the Word. And
Awesome.
I still want to have that. Like,
Awesome.
I still want to love people and be loved by people. God.
What about words of encouragement, like to people at home?
I just say I had a lot of fun on this trip, and if you're not really close, like you go on one of those 3-day mission trips, this one really gets you close to the people of the church.